No lights, no heat, no oxygen. This is a dark warehouse. In 2026, the world's most efficient logistics hubs don't have a single human on the floor. 10,000 robots, moving $1 billion an hour. This is the ultimate evolution of the supply chain, a place designed not for people, but for pure mathematical efficiency. While the world sleeps, the machines are awake. While the world breathes, these facilities remain in a vacuum of cold, dark precision. Welcome to the future of the global arteries. For over a century, logistics was limited by the biological needs of the human worker. Light to see, heat to survive, oxygen to breathe. In 2026, those needs are classified as system friction. Remove the human, and you don't just automate the task, you rewrite the physics of the building. Step inside the lights-out fortress that powers the global economy. First, kill the lights. Navigation shifts from eyes to sensors. Contrast becomes data, not luminance. Safety colors linger as a memory of people. The system wears caution so humans don't have to. Night vision sweeps endless shelving. Infrared speckle maps the geometry. No footsteps, no shadows, only coordinates and certainty. Brushless motors turn in cold, dry air. Gears mesh, condensate clings, friction falls. Efficiency loves the cold. Airlocks seal, gauges drop. Hypoxic atmosphere engaged, oxygen starves so sparks remain sparks, never flame. Thermal view, the warehouse glows cool blue. Only the charging nodes bloom with heat. No warm bodies, no waste. Top-down choreography. AMRs glide in lanes, guided by LiDAR point clouds and ultra-wideband beacons. Paths recompute in milliseconds. The nerve corridor hums, fiber switches and silicon routing decisions to 10,000 machines. Latency becomes the currency of movement. This is not a workspace, it is an instrument, precision tuned for flow, not comfort. A facility engineered to remove every unnecessary photon, calorie, and breath. A single LED pulses, green, deliberate. In its reflection, rows of robots waiting for the next command. Welcome to Global Arteries. Stay with me. To understand the dark warehouse, begin with what it rejects: light. Human vision demands photons. Photons demand energy and add heat. In 2026, robots navigate with LiDAR and ultra-wideband beacons, pulsing invisible laser light and stitching sub-millimeter point clouds in real time. No overhead luminaires, fewer watts, less thermal load, more uptime. Eliminating light removes cost and failure modes, while perception systems see more than eyes ever could. Second, oxygen. Hypoxic air fire prevention drops O2 to roughly 12%. At that threshold, ignition chemistry stalls, sparks die before they become flames. Robots don't breathe, and lithium iron phosphate packs don't require atmospheric oxygen. Removing O2 removes sprinkler risk, water damage, and complex suppression systems. Insurance exposure falls, inventory safety rises, and the facility's risk profile compresses by design. With light and oxygen minimized, sensing takes over. Perception replaces illumination, control replaces chance. LiDAR paints the aisles in dense 3D point clouds, racks, totes, and disks rendered as precise geometry. Micro ripples in the scan confirm returns. Drift is corrected frame to frame. The result is reliable navigation at speed, tighter clearances, and higher storage density, all translating directly into throughput per square foot. Overhead, ultra-wideband anchors triangulate each unit to the decimeter, even through dust and occlusion. Time of flight solves ambiguity. Vector overlays confirm position, confidence, and health. Decentralized coordination means fewer stoppages, fewer human interventions, and lower labor variance. Power is modular. Life PO4 battery docks execute sterile auto-swaps. No sparks, no fumes, no idle time. Packs cycle on condition, not shift schedules, extending cell life and keeping the swarm at operational readiness 24/7. The control stack monitors everything. Oxygen steady at 12%, scrubbers active, fire probability reading 0.00. Alarms reconfigure as software, not plumbing. Compliance documented in live telemetry rather than paper tags. Finally, heat. In a human-free environment, the air stays near 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooler silicon, cooler motors, cooler bearings. Thermal stress shrinks, mean time between failures expands, and HVAC loads stabilize without the metabolic heat of a workforce. Component jackets wick heat away from drives, servos, and controllers, preventing heat soak during peak cycles. The payoff is predictable performance, longer maintenance intervals, and fewer unscheduled stops. Reliability, you can budget. Think of the facility as a climate-controlled hard drive. Low light, low oxygen, low heat. Data in, data out, endlessly spinning. Efficiency isn't an add-on here. It is the physics of the building. The muscle of the dark warehouse is the swarm. In 2026, we have moved past the era of fixed conveyor belts. Instead, we use AMRs, autonomous mobile robots. These units operate in a decentralized swarm intelligence configuration. They don't follow a preset path. They calculate the most efficient route in real time, communicating with 10,000 other units simultaneously. If one robot detects a microscopic debris field on the floor, the entire swarm reroutes in a fraction of a second, avoiding a collision the human eye couldn't even perceive. But the true brain is the Neuralink inventory system, an AI-driven mesh that treats every item as a data packet. With 2026 Gen RFID and computer vision, it knows the exact location, temperature, and expiration of every product to the microsecond. It doesn't just store, it anticipates. Predictive models move high-demand SKUs toward the docks hours before the order exists. The warehouse reorganizes itself, continuously optimizing its internal geometry while the world is still deciding what to buy. 10,000 robots, Neuralink active, debris detected, grid J14, heat map updates, lanes shift instantly, no contact, no slowdown, throughput preserved, lift feet locked to shelf, torque ramps clean, load telemetry green, weight, CG, deflection, all nominal. Microlifts clear tolerances, payload stable. RFID EPC sweep, tags stream at kilohertz, misread probability near zero. Tote authenticated, chain of custody logged and time synced. Zero light computer vision, bounding boxes snap to SKUs, confidence scores rise. False positives suppressed, anomaly flagged for review. Demand forecast spikes. Neuralink repositions high velocity items toward docks hours early. Travel time shrinks, pick rate climbs, redundant links hum, edge nodes handshake with the core, packets route around faults in milliseconds, no single point of failure. 3 AMRs lift as one, sub-millimeter corrections, load floats. Rack clears the doorway with 2 millimeters to spare. Mission complete. The scale of these operations is staggering. A single hub in the 2026 global artery network processes over $1.2 billion in product every 24 hours. This is the heartbeat of modern civilization. From high-end semiconductors to life-saving vaccines, the dark warehouse is the filter through which all human commerce must pass. With no humans to fatigue, the facility operates at 100% capacity, 365 days a year. There are no shifts. There are no breaks. There is only the flow. Logistics is no longer a business function. It is a planetary organ. These warehouses are the nodes in a global nervous system. When a dark warehouse in Singapore detects a surge in demand, it communicates directly with a facility in Ohio, adjusting the network before a manager can open a spreadsheet. This is hyperlogistics, so fast and so precise that it erases the idea of out of stock. If you can think of it, the machines have already moved it. $1.2 billion every 24 hours, roughly $13,900 per second, validated, audited, and traceable end-to-end. Robotic dock loaders synchronize in millisecond windows. Trailers are scanned volumetrically on entry. Manifests reconcile in real time. No idle bays, no warm bodies. Only continuous, verified transfer. Live revenue counters tick with SKU streams. Compliance gauges stay green. Latency, sub 200 milliseconds from order to internal acknowledgement. OEE, 99.97%. Singapore to Ohio, demand spike propagates across the mesh in under 140 milliseconds. Inventory repositions preemptively. The network breathes as one organ. Retail shelf probability of out of stock falls towards zero. Back orders collapse into prediction windows. The shelf is supplied before absence becomes visible. SKUs stream like packets through a vascular tunnel, labeled, time-stamped, and routed by intent. The pulse is constant. The flow does not sleep. The world of 2026 is built on invisible systems. If you want to understand the machines that power your life and the technology that is rewriting the rules of reality, you need to be part of this network. Subscribe to Global Arteries and turn on the notification bell. Like this video to help our algorithms reach more minds across the digital grid. Comment below. Does the idea of a human-free warehouse represent a triumph of engineering or a loss of human connection? What industrial marvel should we deconstruct next? The future is being built in the dark. Don't be left in it. Stay with the network. Subscribe, like, and comment, and join the build. For Global Arteries, I'm the voice of the machine. As we look toward the next decade, the trend is clear. The human element moves from the floor to the control room. We stop lifting, we start designing. The dark warehouse is not a workplace, it is a system we architect, colder, steadier, more precise than biology. Bearings last longer, batteries think ahead, vision models never blink. Efficiency stops being a goal and becomes the environment itself. The race does not conclude, it compounds. The counters advance, the uptime holds, the network breathes without lungs. We are no longer the movers, we are the architects, shaping flows that outlast our limits. For Global Arteries, I'm the voice of the machine. The lights stay off.